everybody, it's Max with Crypto Talk now. As of recently, there was a mysterious tweet that was released addressing a particular question that had to do with Shiba Inu's bone. Without further ado, let's jump right into that. So, as we can see right here, this comes straight from USA Today, and it mentions just that. For instance, it says SHIB posts mysterious bone tweet, and as a result, the price went up 8.30% as of last night. And this comes, of course, from this particular person. Once again, Yuri Molchan. He states another unexplained tweet about Shiba Inu's ecosystem coin has been published, of course, by SHIB. This is mainstream news, let's face it, because it is on USA Today. But a key couple takeaways that are here that I want to show you guys. So as we go further down, it mentions just this. Bottom line, bone is blank. And if anything, a lot of people answered it and so on, retweeted it, caused Bone to basically, trend and so on. And if you're not familiar with all this, for instance, Bone is one of those particular ones that is, I should say, part of the Shiba Inu ecosystem. It's designed basically to pay for, gas fees. It's basically, in a nutshell, here's one way to look at it if you don't know about it already. Bone is basically kind of like referred to as the Ethereum, if you will, of the Shiba Inu ecosystem, just like Leash is referred to as, like the Bitcoin of the Shiba Inu ecosystem, mainly because of its circulating supply and scarcity, right? So I just kind of broke down some of that with you guys, but the recent tweet, of course, like I mentioned, is dedicated to the Bone token, which belongs to the Shiba Inu ecosystem, along with those ones I basically mentioned. And then on top of that, in the comment thread, users posted mostly bullish replies, which is good. Some mentioned SHIBARIUM, which is, let's face it, hopefully it's here on the near horizon. And of course, who's soon launched with no specific date yet, is expected, of course, to push the prices of all three of the above mentioned coins high up. Of course, there's some other ones we're waiting for, which is, Shiba Inu's, SHIB stable coin supposedly. And then, of course, there's also the treat one as well, if you look more into that. Like I also mentioned, Bone has been getting pretty much a lot more attention over the last few months as it got listed on several new exchanges or became exposed to the new retail investor and trades. In regards to the recent price spikes following the recent listings, you did see it go up to about 114. I was able to verify that myself. If we go over here, for instance, to CMC, it basically is reflective of that. It's just slightly down a penny. So it is sitting at right around that. The ranking, we've seen this a lot higher, but it's currently at 824. The volume has dipped since then and so on, but you do have a verifiable market cap from CMC of 7.8 million. On top of that, one thing I would definitely want to point out is this. When you look at the all-time highs for Bone, again, I get it. This is right around the time of last year's bull market, right, for 2021. Right around the beginning to mid, month of November, was 11/11/2021. You saw all-time highs for Bitcoin, all-time highs for Ethereum, and then also, you saw basically Shiba Inu up to, what was it, 0.4088. Even I myself did very, very well on that. But, looking at it, it's basically up to about, 326. And if anything, right, those who took advantage of the collapse of UST, you remember that, hopefully you do, because that was monumental in a negative way. Right around that time, this crashed all the way down to about 36 cents. So if a person came in to get in a position in Bone, or let's face it, another bag, wherever the case be, 36 cents, and then row that up to even just up till, was it August 5th, saw it to $1.13, kind of like where we're at right now. And then boom, we went all the way up to $2.02 at the end of August. And then basically somewhat recent, right? September 12th and so on, right close to that $2 range. So, are we going to have another shift going back in the momentum? Well, if you kind of look at this, you kind of see some indicators. Combine that with SHIBARIUM being released hopefully within the next couple months. I do realistically see that. I wouldn't be surprised if we did see Shibarium basically released by the beginning of 2023. And I see big things not just for Bone, but basically for the entire Shiba Inu ecosystem, right? So a little bit more in regards to Bone. They did, of course, like you saw or heard, I should say, they had a new listing. Have been welcomed on this particular exchange, which is Stealth X. And I think that's great because, maybe you have the attitude that, well, what's the big deal? I mean, that's not a huge, you know, uh, centralized exchange like, Binance or, you know, crypto.com, so on and so forth, right? Or even, KuCoin. Um, but if anything, it's a positive catalyst. You want to see more exchanges. And especially when you go to, like, for instance, if you've never done this before, you go to the likes of, they're listing on CMC, you go down to where next to the overview to the markets, and it's just that, you click on that and you see literally all the listings of these exchanges, and, um, whether you feel as though it's a small exchange or not, it is a positive catalyst. So we'll continue to follow what's going on with Bone like we've done before in the past. But if anything, show a little bit more emphasis, I should say, and cover it a little bit more. But glad, of course, bring you guys some of this Bone info. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thanks again for watching. You all have a blessed day, and we'll see you on the next one.